If you wake up tired, gain weight more easily than you used to, or feel like your motivation has quietly faded, you might think it's just part of being over 60. But what if I told you it's not simply age? What if the real problem is what you're doing in the last 2 hours before you go to bed? Those evening hours are some of the most powerful and dangerous moments of your day. They decide whether your body produces the hormones that keep you strong, sharp, and energized, or quietly shuts them down while you sleep. I've seen men lose 20 to 30% of their natural testosterone production, struggle with slower recovery, and wake up groggy, not because their bodies just got old, but because their nightly routines were telling their hormones to stand down. The good news? Once you know the mistakes, you can fix them, often in less than a week, and wake up feeling more rested, more focused, and more like yourself. Tonight, I'm going to walk you through the 5 most common nighttime habits that silently drain your hormones, and the simple changes that flip the switch back on. Let me paint a picture. It's the end of the day. You've had dinner, maybe a little later than planned. You settle into your favorite chair, turn on the TV, or scroll through your phone while the hours quietly slip by. At some point, you grab a snack, chips, cookies, maybe a drink. You tell yourself it's harmless. And before you know it, you're heading to bed around midnight, hoping for a solid night's rest. The problem? That normal night routine is quietly robbing you of the very hormones you need to feel strong, focused, and alive after 60. Here's how. Heavy, late dinners force your body to focus on digestion instead of producing growth hormone, which repairs your muscles and tissues while you sleep. Bright screens, TVs, tablets, phones, blast blue light into your eyes, tricking your brain into thinking it's still daytime and blocking melatonin, the hormone that tells your body it's time to sleep deeply. Late-night alcohol may make you feel relaxed, but it actually disrupts deep sleep stages and lowers testosterone production overnight. Lack of evening movement means your blood circulation stays sluggish, leaving your body under-oxygenated right before it's supposed to repair and restore itself. Irregular bedtimes throw off your circadian rhythm, confusing your hormonal signals and making it harder for your body to stay in balance. These mistakes might not seem like much in isolation, but stack them together night after night, and they create a perfect storm for hormone decline. The worst part? Because the damage is gradual, most men don't even realize it's happening, until their mornings feel heavy, their afternoons feel slow, and their evenings are just recovery from the day, not preparation for the next. The good news is that this can be reversed. And to show you how, I want to share a quick story from my practice about a man who thought his hormones were just gone, for good, until he changed the way he spent his nights. I'm Dr. Katherine Rocker, and for more than 30 years, I've worked with men across America, men who've built careers, raised families, and given their time and strength to their communities. Many of them came to me with the same story. Their mornings felt heavier, their energy didn't last, and they had a quiet sense that their body was slowing down in ways they couldn't explain. One of them was Bill, a 66-year-old retired police officer from Arizona. Bill told me, "Doc, I think my hormones are just gone. I've got no drive, I'm tired all day, and I can't remember the last time I woke up ready to go." When I looked at his lab results, his testosterone and growth hormone levels were lower than they should be, but not because his body had given up. It was because his evenings were working against him. Bill was eating a heavy dinner at 9 p.m., watching TV until after midnight, and falling asleep with his phone still in his hand. Every one of those habits was blunting his hormone production at night. We didn't start with medication. We started by changing his last 2 hours of the day. Earlier, lighter dinners. No screens in the last 30 minutes before bed. A short walk after dinner instead of collapsing into a chair. Within 2 weeks, Bill told me he was waking up without that thick morning fog. By 6 weeks, his energy and focus during the day were noticeably higher, and his lab results showed healthier testosterone levels. That's why I'm here, to show you that what happens in the evening can set you up for hormone decline, or for a natural, sustainable boost that carries you through the next day. Before we talk about the mistakes, let's get clear on the 3 key hormones that decide how strong, energetic, and focused you feel after 60. If you want to feel strong, energetic, and mentally sharp after 60, there are 3 hormones you can't afford to ignore. Think of them as your body's night shift crew, the workers who clock in while you sleep to repair, rebuild, and recharge you for the next day. 1. Testosterone, the drive and amp. Strength hormone testosterone isn't just about muscle or libido, it affects nearly every system in your body. It supports bone density, energy production, motivation, mood, and recovery. After 60, your body still produces testosterone, but certain nighttime habits, like late heavy meals, alcohol, and poor sleep, can lower production and blunt your morning levels. When testosterone dips, you notice it in slower recovery, lower energy, and a quieter drive to take on the day. 2. Growth hormone. The repair chief growth hormone works like a master repairman, rebuilding muscle fibers, strengthening connective tissue, and supporting your metabolism. It's produced in pulses during your deepest sleep stages. That means anything that interrupts deep sleep, like bright screens before bed, irregular bedtimes, or alcohol, can cut your growth hormone production short. 3. Melatonin, the sleep and amp. Timing signal. Melatonin is like the foreman of your night shift crew. It tells your body when to start deep repair mode and coordinates hormone release through the night. Melatonin production rises naturally when the sun goes down, but bright artificial light, especially from phones, tablets, or TVs, can delay its release by hours. Without strong melatonin signals, your body's hormone timing gets thrown off, and you miss your best repair window. When these 3 hormones are working together, you wake up with more energy, recover faster from activity, and keep the muscle and strength you've built over the years. When they're disrupted, you wake up feeling older than you are, and that's the cycle we're going to break. Next, I'll show you real stories of men who fixed their nights and saw their energy, mood, and strength come back, without medication, just by changing their evening habits. I've seen it happen again and again. Men who thought their energy loss was just aging completely change how they feel by making a few simple adjustments to their evenings. Here are 3 that might sound familiar. Mark, 70 from restless nights to rested mornings. Mark, a retired airline mechanic from Texas, couldn't remember the last time he slept through the night. He'd eat dinner around 8:30 p.m., then watch TV until he nodded off in his chair. When he finally made it to bed, his sleep was shallow, and he woke up groggy and stiff. We moved his dinner to 6:30, added a short 10-minute walk afterward, and cut TV 30 minutes before bed. Within 2 weeks, Mark said, I'm sleeping deeper and waking up like I actually slept. Dennis, 66 regaining drive. Dennis, a former business owner in Florida, felt like his energy and motivation were fading away. His testosterone levels were on the low end, and he blamed it all on age. Turns out, Dennis had a nightly habit of sipping 2 glasses of wine before bed while working on his laptop. We replaced the wine with herbal tea, and swapped laptop time for a relaxing book and light stretching. In a month, Dennis noticed he was waking up with more morning energy and actually looking forward to getting things done. Harold, 74 better sleep, better recovery. Harold still worked part-time as a landscaper in California, but he was waking up sore every day, and it took hours for his body to loosen up. We discovered he was falling asleep to news programs, with bright TV light in the room until midnight. He agreed to switch off the TV an hour before bed and use that time for gentle foam rolling and breathing exercises. 3 weeks later, Harold told me, I don't need as much time to get moving in the morning, and I'm not dragging by mid-afternoon anymore. These men didn't just sleep better. They restored the conditions their bodies needed to produce testosterone, growth hormone, and melatonin naturally. And that's exactly what we'll protect by avoiding the 5 nighttime mistakes that hurt hormones, which I'll break down for you next. These are the traps I see men over 60 fall into most often. They don't look like big problems on the surface, but repeated night after night, they send the wrong signals to your body, and your hormones pay the price. 1. Heavy, late dinners. When you eat a large meal close to bedtime, your body shifts its focus to digestion instead of hormone repair. Growth hormone production, which peaks in deep sleep, can be cut short because your system is still working on that steak and potatoes. Fix. Finish dinner at least 2 to 3 hours before bed, and keep it lighter in the evenings. 2. Bright screens before bed. Phones, tablets, TVs, they all emit blue light that tricks your brain into thinking it's still daytime. This delays melatonin production, meaning it takes longer to fall into deep, restorative sleep. Fix. Turn off screens at least 30 minutes before bed. Use that time for reading, stretching, or quiet conversation. 3. Alcohol too close to bedtime. A drink might make you feel relaxed, but alcohol disrupts deep sleep cycles and can lower testosterone levels overnight. Even small amounts can have an impact. Fix. If you drink, do it earlier in the evening, and keep it moderate. 4. Skipping evening movement after dinner. Many men go straight to sitting or lying down. That slows circulation and leaves muscles tight right before the repair phase of sleep. Fix. Take a short walk, do light stretching, or gentle mobility work to boost blood flow before bed. 5. Irregular bedtimes. Going to bed at wildly different times each night throws off your circadian rhythm, the internal clock that controls hormone timing. Fix. Keep your bedtime within the same 30 to 60 minute window every night, even on weekends. Avoiding these 5 mistakes isn't about perfection, it's about giving your body the best possible conditions to produce testosterone, growth hormone, and melatonin naturally. And if you're wondering what to do instead, I'll walk you through the hormone-friendly night routine so you can start protecting and boosting your hormones tonight. If your evenings have been draining your hormones, this is how you flip the script and create an environment where testosterone, growth hormone, and melatonin can work the way they're meant to. Think of this as your 20 to 30 minute wind-down plan, simple, repeatable, and powerful. Step 1. Eat smart. Eat early. Aim to finish dinner at least 2 to 3 hours before bed. Keep it lighter in the evenings, lean protein, vegetables, and healthy fats. This gives your body time to digest so it can focus on hormone repair, not just processing food. Step 2. Move after dinner. Take a slow 10-minute walk or do light stretching. This improves circulation, keeps joints loose, and signals your body to start winding down, while still boosting oxygen delivery before sleep. Step 3. Dim the lights. About 45 minutes before bed, lower the lighting in your home. This tells your brain it's nighttime and kickstarts melatonin production naturally. Step 4. Cut the screens. 30 minutes before bed, turn off TVs, tablets, and phones. Blue light from screens delays your sleep hormone release and pushes back deep sleep cycles. Use this time for reading, light conversation, or breathing exercises. Step 5. Choose a relaxation anchor. Pick one calming activity you can do every night, a warm shower, gentle foam rolling, slow breathing, or a few pages from a book. This anchors your body into a predictable, bedtime mode, which strengthens your sleep-wake cycle. Step 6. Keep bedtime consistent. Aim to go to bed within the same 30 to 60 minute window each night, even on weekends. This consistency helps regulate your circadian rhythm, allowing your hormones to work on a set schedule. When you follow this routine, you're not just preparing for sleep, you're preparing your body for peak hormone function so you wake up stronger, more focused, and more energized. And if starting all of this at once feels like too much, I'll show you next how to make one change tonight for a quick win you can feel in just a few days. If this whole routine feels like a big jump, you don't have to do it all at once. In fact, the fastest way to make it stick is to start with one change you can do tonight, and feel the difference by the end of the week. Your one change: screen-free final 30 for the last 30 minutes before bed. Turn off all screens, TV, phone, tablet, computer. Instead, replace that time with something calming. Read a real book or magazine, listen to soft music or an audiobook, do light stretching or breathing exercises, talk with your partner, or jot down tomorrow's to-do list. Why this works: melatonin production kicks in faster without blue light. You fall into deep sleep more quickly. Growth hormone and testosterone have a better window to do their repair work overnight. Give this one habit 7 nights in a row and you'll likely notice falling asleep faster, fewer wake-ups in the night, more alert mornings without relying on extra coffee. Once you feel that shift, it becomes much easier to add the other hormone-friendly steps and lock in the results. Next, I'll walk you through the 30-day hormone boost timeline so you'll know exactly when to expect the changes to show up. When you start making hormone-friendly changes at night, your body responds faster than you might think. These aren't overnight miracles, but they are predictable, steady wins that build on each other week by week. Here's what most men notice when they follow the plan. After 7 days, the first shift: you fall asleep more easily. Mornings feel lighter, with less stiffness and brain fog. You wake up with a little more energy, even before coffee. After 14 days, momentum builds, your sleep feels deeper and more continuous. Afternoon crashes are less intense or gone. Mood and focus start to improve, conversations and tasks feel sharper. You notice more motivation to stay active during the day. After 30 days, the new normal bedtime feels natural and consistent. Your body expects rest at the right time. You wake up steady and ready, without dragging through the first hour. Testosterone and growth hormone levels are better supported, helping you recover faster and maintain strength. Family or friends may even say, "You look more awake. What's changed?" The beauty of this process is that every good night compounds. 7 days starts the shift. 14 days builds momentum. 30 days makes it part of your identity. And now that you know what's possible, I'll leave you with the stronger nights, stronger days promise, the reminder that better hormone health doesn't start in the gym, it starts the moment you decide how to end your day. Your nights aren't just the end of your day, they are the launchpad for the day that comes next. If you've been waking up tired, losing drive, or feeling like your strength is fading, it's easy to blame age. But the truth is, your body is still capable of producing the hormones that keep you strong, focused, and resilient. It just needs the right conditions. Every evening, you have a choice. You can let old habits quietly drain your testosterone, cut off your growth hormone, and delay your melatonin, or you can give your body the exact signals that tell those systems to fire at full power. I've watched men in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s completely change their mornings, their energy, and their confidence, not by adding more stress to their lives, but by protecting their hormones while they sleep. And here's my promise to you: if you start tonight, just one change, even something as simple as turning off screens 30 minutes before bed, you will feel the difference. Maybe it's small at first, you fall asleep faster, you wake up a little more clear-headed. But stack those nights, and in a month, you'll wonder why you didn't do it sooner. Because stronger nights create stronger days. And stronger days create the kind of life you thought you'd left behind. So tonight, make your choice. Your hormones are listening.